Ay, pobrecita de mi abuela. Se acaba de fracturar los dos brazos. Ni modo.
Destápame, cabrón, pinche pendejo, si no estoy muerta, idiota.
Another day, another Twitter meltdown being stupid. So, a couple days ago, there was an announcement from Bungie trying to celebrate Spanish Heritage Month. Now, you know it's Spanish Heritage Month when people who are not Hispanic, meaning they're not Mexican, they're not Guatemalan, they're not Brazilian, they're not Peruvian, people who are not from south of the border start to celebrate it. And of course, we got an announcement from Bungie trying to be inclusive and progressive as always by giving us the worst take imaginable. And what do I mean by that? They said, quote, in their tweet, being Latin /A/E/O/X is more than just a location on a map, just as being Hispanic is more than the language we might speak. We are proud to introduce our newest IDEA, Latin at Bungie. Now, you can see the contradiction right in that statement. Being Hispanic is more than the language we might speak. I cannot believe such stupid language is used to say this sentence. It can only be said by someone who is not Hispanic. Some might say the language that one might speak is as much of a part as being Hispanic as anything else, as the culture, as the food they eat, as the way they live, as the way they talk, as the way they dress. And you're telling me now that the language is what doesn't matter. Latinx is the biggest middle finger to the Hispanic community. Imagine trying to Americanize Spanish, SMH. Hispanics when you call them a slur, Hispanics when you call them Latinx. It's called Latinx. Shut the fuck up, gringo. I would rather be called wetback than Latinx. Damn. 3 rules for life. Don't be Latinx. Don't be homo. Don't hate on Bethesda games. What part of stop calling us Latinx for the 1,000th time from the Latino community do you people not understand? Spanish is a gendered-based language. Enough already, you insolent assholes. Ooh, insolent assholes. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in the modern day. Like, even weebs, even losers on the internet who like K-pop, who freaking stand over K-pop, who love weebs, they love anime characters, who freaking sleep with their favorite waifu anime body pillow. They don't try to Americanize the language in Japan nearly as much as they try to do it with Spanish. Again, do they think they can just bully people around? Like, oh, like people are gonna just go along with it, run along with it. No, it's because they're stupid and they think everyone else is stupid just like them. Not all Americans. I'm an American. I don't believe this bullcrap. Literally nobody here in my area, which has a really good Hispanic community, has a really good Hispanic population. No one in their right mind would agree to this crap. I could call my mom right now, and if I asked her, hey, do you use the word Latinx? She'd ask me, what is that? What are you talking about? Because nobody uses it. This is what happens when you live in an area where you have no problems. This is what happens when you have no idea what it's like to be part of the Hispanic culture. This is what happens when you've never cooked a Hispanic meal. You've never made tacos in your life. This is what happens when you hire some guys called Raul. They're all called Raul, okay? You hire some Rauls to work on your lawn, and now you think you have an opinion, and now you think you got something to say about Hispanic culture. This is garbage. This is trash. It was so trash, in fact, that Twitter had to add some context. Let me show you. Readers added context. Other note is almost correct. Not even descendants of Latino migrants in the USA like Latinx or Latin-E. Latin people or Latin person would be correct. Latinx and Latin-E are suggestions by people who don't understand Latin languages or foreign culture. Yes, this is correct, because when you don't understand the Romance languages and you want to be inclusive, what you're really saying is, I want to add people who are not Hispanic and I don't want to insult people who are legitimately Hispanic. I just want to come up with a random thing to say that, oh, I care about the Hispanic culture. And then when people rightly give you backlash, then I assume that they're white supremacists, that they're racist, that they're bigots because they don't accept my nonsense that I just made up. This was made by someone who probably lives in New York City, someone who lives in California, someone who lives in freaking Austin, Texas, places where they're lefty leaning, trendy culture, hipster bullshit, and they think that what they're doing is helping the culture. It's not helping the culture, in fact. Oh, you want to know the best way you can learn Spanish? Actually live the culture. Go to Hispanic marketplaces. Go to Hispanic stores. Go to Hispanic restaurants. Go to any place like that and talk with the people there. You'll find out pretty quickly that the Romance language is gendered. There is a female and a male descriptor for everything, whether it's a person, a thing, or an action that someone is doing. There is a male and a female version of it. No other reason than you have to push an agenda. And you would think that being neighbors with our amigos downstairs, south of the border, you would think that we would be aligned. We would be more understanding of how their culture is represented. But no, Twitter sucks because it has to tell Hispanic people how to run their culture. It's all garbage.
Do you speak any other languages?
I speak Spanish.
Tell me something in Spanish. Everybody in the comments translate below.
Este baboso huele a pura cebolla.